Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity lacrosse opened up their season on Friday, April 1st versus Westwood. Here's a look at what happened.
Now McDonald behind the net. Takes it around. Trying to work the defenders. He's looking for a shot. There it is! First score of the season for the Hillers. Owen McDonald at 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter by Jack McManus. And now Woodworth approaching. Sends it to his left. And now on the side of the net and striking, Troy Fredrickson. That'll make it a 1-1 game. Varner in, scoops it out, a shot and a score. John David makes it 2-1 Westwood. Colley rushing in. Takes it in front of the net, and a nice score there by Troy Fredrickson. Far side. Woodworth goes back to David, and now there's a shot and a score by Ben O'Brien. Ben O'Brien with an absolute rocket to make it 4-1. Trying to work the defender. Takes it out in front, and a great pass to Owen McDonald, who pops it in the field. And a long launch there by Manser. Picked up along the near side by McDonald. And there's a quick shot and a score. Cooper Goodman. What a great job there by the Hillers, quickly getting it up the field. They set up Cooper Goodman right in front of the net, and he's able to pop it in.
It was a 4-3 Westwood lead heading into the second half.
Westwood in the green jerseys, Hopkinton with the white. And there's a quick shot and a quick score by John David to start things off in this second half. What's going on? So it'll be a big help to have that camera available that will be able to stream the games for us and get you your Hopkinton Hillers action. A good feed by Brendan Varnerin, and Troy Fredrickson swipes it in to make it 6-3 Westwood. McDonald approaching, shot, score! Owen McDonald with a beauty. That'll make it a 6-4 game. David approaches. A nice feed and a score by Troy Fredrickson.
The game ends in an 11-7 Westwood win. Owen McDonald netted 4 goals for the Hillers. On Tuesday, April 5th, the Hiller boys fell in a road game versus Medfield. They now stand at 0-2 on the season. Boys tennis opened their season with a 4-1 win against Wachusett on April 1st. Adam Glace and Pranav Kapper won at second and third singles, while Spencer Smith and Adam Palacios and TJ Whedon and Rishit Shakar won at first and second doubles. Senior Katie Callery organized the Hopkinton High School distance squad to add their miles to complete marathons today in honor of local runner, physical therapist, and track dad James Cassidy, who is undergoing cancer treatment and running the Boston Marathon for Dana Farber. Congratulations to Katie on a great effort and her help on raising funds to fight cancer. On Tuesday, April 5th, girls tennis opened with a 4-1 win over Wachusett. Riley Kradenmacher and Victoria Allen won at second and third singles, while Haley Kessler, Arushi Kamra, and Vanya Matur and Roma Tawari won at first and second doubles. Also on Tuesday, April 5th, 0-1 Hiller Girls Lacrosse took on 1-0 Medfield in the Hillers home opener. In the first half, Medfield led 8-1, but Hopkinton closed in.
Hillers trying to set up shop in front of the net. Dacey. Closing in, shot and a score. Nice goal there by Emma Dacey. Out in front now. Hayward trying to close in. Shot, and that is in. Another score for the Hillers. There's Emily Hayward with her second goal of the game. Hayward with it, putting on the moves. Out in front, nice pass and a nice shot. Hayward to Dacey, and Dacey to the net. That's Dacey's second score.
3 straight goals for the Hillers made it an 8-4 game, but Medfield would end up taking the win 19-8 in a tough battle for a young Hopkinton team. The Hiller girls are now 0-2 on the season. Medfield improves to 2-0. For the Hillers, Emily Hayward had a hat trick. Emma Dacey and Jamie Arena had 2 goals each, and Michaela Scanovan added a goal. On this Hopkinton Hillers recap edition of HCAM Sports Talk, we take a look at opening day for Hiller baseball and softball as both Hiller teams battled Westwood. Here's a look at the Hiller baseball game. We pick it up with the Hopkinton Hillers leading Westwood 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th.
It's like both coaches and the umpires having a conversation. Manuel Nevels remains in the game for Westwood, pitching a pretty good game so far against this tough Hiller lineup. Hillers coming off a 16-4 state championship contending season. Looking to get back there. As this is hit high in the air, Nevels is under it, makes the catch. One away. I'll bring up Charlie Petruni, the right fielder. Line up and the pitch. Little inside, or strike. Neville's set to deliver. Swing and a miss. Leg lift and the pitch, and that hit him. Petruni takes one for the team. That's going to bring up Andrew Gunn, the first baseman. Well, the starting first baseman, now the pitcher. Leg lift and the pitch, up high. And Neville's throwing a little heat out there. Checking at first, runner slides back safe. It's 1 on, 1 out for the Hillers. And this is hit high in the air towards center field, going back to the fence. And that is going to go off the fence. And that is going to be a stand-up double, and a run going to try to score the throw in off the mark. And now Gunn advances to third. It's 3-1 Hillers. An RBI double by Andrew Gunn, and he advances to third on the throw home. as Charlie Petruni comes around to put the Hillers back up by 2. And that'll bring up Joey Carazza. Joe Carazza, very good athlete, great on the ice for Hiller hockey this past season. Top scorer on the team. Going to try to add on to the Hillers' lead here, and he's going to bunt. Fouled away. A nice night here at the turf fields. Temperatures in the mid-40s. Beautiful evening for some under-the-lights baseball. He winds, he deals, up high. Well, Neville's having a little trouble hitting where he wants to. And this is hit high in the air, right side, towards the fence and out of reach. Andrew Gott at third, fresh off the RBI double and advance on the throw. 1 out in the inning. Wind up in the pitch. And is outside. Down low, good save by the catcher, Andrew Donegan. Field for Westwood, you got Emmanuel Neville's on the mound, Andrew Donegan behind the plate, Sean Gavin at first base, Connor Jacobs at second, Kevin Hurley at short, at third base Michael Noon. We'll get you left to right after this pitch. And this is ripped up the left side, and that is going to be a fair ball. And here comes a run to score, he will. And it's going to be an RBI single by Joe Carazza. It's now a 4-1 lead for the Hillers. Left to right for Westwood, Eddie Rogers, Emilio Vasquez, and Steven Zuthin. And might we see a pitching change here? It looks like he's going to stay in the game for now, but Westwood coach out for a chat. And here is Charlie Simulus, the DH. Checking at first, runner back just safe. Pretty good move towards the first base bag by Neville's. He winds, he deals. Runner taking off from first. Throw to second is off the mark. Stolen base for the speedy Carazza. Charlie Simulus, a junior, fouls that one away. This is his first appearance with the varsity squad. This year's captains for Hiller varsity, Andrew Gunn and Dylan Locke. Certainly well deserved. There's a ball. 1-1. Down low. Correction, that was the 2-1. Here's the 3-1. Tap called by the hitter. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's going to fill it up. Gets a piece of it up the right side, foul. Pretty good play there by the first base coach. Kylie Murray over there. And this is going to be up the left side, and that'll get through. Here comes Carazza. He's going to score. It's an RBI single for Simulus. A 5-1 lead for the Hillers. And that's going to bring up Jack Interante, the left fielder. Neville's deals. Down low, gets by the catcher. And here goes Simulus to second with ease. Wild pitch. Well, an unfortunate opener for the Red Sox today. They lost in 11 innings to the Yankees, 6-5 in their season opener. We're going to get a pinch runner for the Hillers. Jack Lang coming into the game to pinch run for Simulus, the DH. Hillers putting some additional speed in the scoring area. Wind up and the pitch. Outside. Hit high in the air, and that is foul. Look out, cars. There is warm-up action for Westwood. This could be it for Neville's. The Hillers have plated 3 more runs. It's now a 5-1 game. And that's a strike. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Interante goes down swinging, 2 away. That'll bring up John Waters. Excuse me, actually. That'll bring up the top of the order, Nick Paharic. Ooh, that hit him. Runners on first and second. Second hit batter of the inning for the Hillers. Dylan Locke set to step in. Outside, good save by the catcher, Andrew Donegan. Pair of ducks on the pond, 2 outs. Outside. 2-0. That's going to get by the catcher. Both runners going to advance with ease. Another wild pitch by Nevels. You got to wonder what the leash is. Westwood with some new gray jerseys this season. Line up and the pitch, and another hit batter. And that'll load up the bases. Nevels goes to cover home plate to make sure none of the runners try to advance. Third hit batter of the inning. Scott Pagliuca coming up to the plate, and the Hillers have batted around here in the bottom of the fourth. And this is up the right side. That is going to be picked up by the second baseman. He'll flip it to first for the out. Pagliuca goes down 4-3, but the Hillers plate 3 more runs, and they lead it 5-1 as we head to the top of the fifth on HCAM.
It remained a 5-1 game into the top of the seventh, where things got a little bit scary. Here's a look.
Nick Paharik on the mound to try to close things out. And he delivers a strike. Andrew Gahn moved over to shortstop to take over for Paharik. That's sliced foul. 0-2. Runner on first, no outs for Westwood. Time called. It was down low. Well, this coming, there's a ball. This coming Monday on HCAM, we'll have varsity girls lacrosse at 4 p.m. as they take on Holliston. And we'll have outdoor track as the boys and girls outdoor track and field teams take on Norwood at 4. We got time called. And then this coming Wednesday, we'll have softball and baseball action, both games at 4 o'clock as they battle Norwood. And girls lacrosse takes on Ashland. 3 games simultaneously next Wednesday. And that's going to be a walk. So that'll put 2 on with no outs. Things starting to look a little iffy as Michael Noon steps in. You have a little breathing room, but you certainly don't want to let Westwood get any momentum. Another ball. It sounded like it might have hit a car. There's a strike. Outside, 1-1. Upstairs. 2-1 count. There's a ball. That's fouled off. Three and two the count. And this is hit in the air, right side, and it is going to be foul. Count will remain full. And this is up the middle, right back to Paharic. Turn of second is high, and here comes a run for Westwood. Oh, that is the last thing you want to happen. So Noon reaches on the error. Early around to score. Up to third goes Jacobs. It's a 5-2 game. And Coach Simo's going to come out and talk to Paharic. Still no outs in the inning. You got Steven Zuthan coming to the plate. Zuthan, his last time up, reached on a force out. Runner from first takes off. He's safe at second. Easy steal there. For Noon. Fouled off. You got two in scoring position now. Tying run at the plate. Fouled away. Oh, and to the count. And this is ripped up the middle. What a catch by the shortstop. Andrew Gunn with a beauty of a catch. One away. And that'll bring up Will Hanson, the DH. Westwood down to their final two outs. Pulls it back. There's a ball. Fouled off. One and one the count. And this is hit high in the air, and that's foul out of play. Oh, boy. Might have been another car. Oh, a lot of cars being hit tonight. 1 and 2. Inside and high. 2 and 2. There's a ball. It'll fill up the count. First base is open. Runners at second and third. There's strike three. Got him looking. 2 away. That'll bring up Sean Galvin, the first baseman. Up high. And this is hit in the air, left side, and that's going to drop in for a hit. 1 run already in. Here comes another. And it's a 5-4 game. A 2 RBI single for Sean Galvin. Connor Jacobs and Michael Noon both score. And that is going to bring up Manuel Nevels. Runner on first, 2 outs. And things getting a bit dicey here for the Hillers. Hopkinton hanging on to their lead for dear life right now. Checking at first, runner back safe. Got to be very careful here. You don't want to give Galvin an easy advance into scoring position. There's a ball. You better believe if they find an opportunity, they're going to send them. There's a strike. 1 and 1. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. And this is sliced in the air to left center, and that's going to drop. Lead runner going to be stopped at third. Neville's the second, and it's going to be runners at second and third with 2 outs. And that was a single by Neville's. He advanced on the throw to third. Now you have 2 in scoring position. There is 2 outs. Stepping in is Alex Dalton. Excuse me, Alex Dayton. Dayton, his last time up, struck out. Actually, we're going to have a different hitter here. Yes, we are. It's going to be Pat Cassavant. Pat Patrick Cassavant stepping in. Takes a ball, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2. Cassavant down to his final strike. The lefty steps back in. Got him! Strike 3, game over. Hillers win 5-4.
Hopkinton Hillers baseball hung on for the 5-4 win over Westwood and starts off the season 1-0. Hiller softball battled Westwood. On the turf field, we pick up the action in the bottom of the 6th with Westwood leading 4-0.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Holly Paharik at the plate fouls it away. Oh, and 1 the count. Hit high in the air, left side towards the wall, that's gone! A home run for Holly Paharik, and the Hillers are on the board. That ball was absolutely smoked. And boy, did the Hillers need that momentum. What a shot by Holly Paharik. And that'll bring up Bailey Harrigan, the first baseman. Well, the Hillers struggling to get hits today, and Paharik gave them just what they needed. We'll see if they can keep the momentum going. 0-1. Prior to that homer, it was just, well, it was 4 hits overall for the Hillers. Up the middle, glove by the second baseman, throw to first, 1 away. That'll bring up Ashley Callery, the third baseman. Gets a piece of it, up the middle, glove by the second baseman, throw is high, and she's going to continue on over to second base. So Callery reaches on the error and advances. Runner on second, 1 out, Kelsey McCoy to the plate. A big opportunity here for the Hillers to maybe start to tip the momentum a little bit. McCoy is 1 for 1 with a walk. There's a bunt foul. Hillers baseball has taken the field. They're just about ready to get things started. We'll get you to that game as soon as we're done here. If you're looking for Hiller baseball in its entirety, it's over on our YouTube page. Wind up and the pitch. Up the right side, slow roller, and it's foul. 0-2 the count. And that's going to get by the catcher and allow Callery to advance to third. Wild pitch. That'll make it a 1-2 count. Inside there, 2-2. Gets a piece of it, up the middle, glove by the second baseman, throw home, and they're not going to get the tag in. That'll turn into an RBI single for McCoy as Callery scores. And that's going to bring up Charlotte Can. And it's now a 4-2 game. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss. This game was originally supposed to start at 4 p.m. Had a late start due to some bus issues. Limited number of buses available. A lot of teams traveling today, so they had to push some of the start times. And she holds her swing there. 2-1. Ken has struck out and singled. And almost drove in a run in the fourth inning, but there was runner interference, which took away the run. Inside runner from first taking off. Throw to second, not in time. Stolen base for McCoy. Runner in scoring position now with one out. Oh, Mulkeen starts to get tired here. Westwood could be in a bit of trouble. Swing and a miss. 2-2. It's John Waters pitching today for Hiller Baseball. And he's certainly exciting to watch. Had some great starts last season during the state championship contending year as Charlotte Can goes down by way of the K. 2 outs. That'll bring up Zoe Adams. Hiller is falling just short in that state championship game on the baseball side. Inside, 1-0 on Adams. Adams is 2 for 2 today. The Hillers would really like a hit here. Kelsey McCoy over at second. That one's high. 2-0. Hit in the air, right side, and it's going to drop, and here comes a Hiller run. Adams continuing on to second. She's going to continue on to third, and she's aboard with an RBI triple. It's a 4-3 game. Tying run at third. Emily Jurassic to the plate. And boy, have things gotten exciting here on opening day. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Well, if you're Emily Jurassic, runner on third, 2 outs, you got to be very careful what you swing at here. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Nice pitch there by Mulkeen. Down low. 1-2 the count. And she'll get the strikeout. But the Hillers plate 3 runs.
Westwood added 2 runs in the top of the 7th. It was a 6-3 Westwood lead heading into the bottom of the 7th.
Bottom of the 7th inning, the Hillers down to their final 3 outs. Lineup and the pitch is going to be in there for a strike. That's Charlotte Holden, the right fielder at the plate. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Hillers. It's Bridget Mulkeen looking for her second win of the season. It's a 2-0 count on Holden. Holden, DeSimone, and Paharik due up. Set to deliver. Swing and a miss. One and two. A pitch outside, 2-2. Inside there, that'll fill up the count. And that is going to be a walk for Charlotte Holden to start things off. Runner on, no outs. Caroline DeSimone to the plate. And earlier today, the New York Yankees defeated the Boston Red Sox in an 11-inning game, 6-5. So the first game of the Red Sox season goes into extras. The Yankees take the win. And they will play again tomorrow. At 4 o'clock. But a loss for the Red Sox in game 1 of the season. But you still got 161 more games to go, so quite a bit of time to make up for the loss. All kinds of discussions going on here. All right, the time was called for the catcher to fix her equipment. We're ready to play on. DeSimone misses that one. Runner from first, taking off, throws into center field. Stolen base for Holden. On this Hillers team, they have some bats in this lineup. You're going to have to earn these 3 outs here to take home the win if you're Westwood. Swing and a miss. You weren't getting the picture in the hitter. Fouled away. Oh, and 2. Wind up and the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. Out number 1. Westwood 2 outs away from picking up the win against the Hillers. Holly Paharik will step in. Well, last time she was at the plate, she sent it over the left field wall. She'd love to do that again right here. Up the left side, slow roller picked up by the third baseman. Throw to first, they'll get the out. Holden does push up to third, but there's 2 away. Bailey Harrigan to the plate. Oh, well fought out game by these 2 TVLR rivals. You had to earn really every run in this one. Swing and a miss. Oh, and 1 the count. Up high. 1 and 1. Down low, gets away from the catcher. Runner stays at third. She should have went there. Little hesitation and hesitated too much. Did the smart thing going back to the bag, but that could have been a nice run for the Hillers. Harrigan gets a piece of this. Right side, picked up by the first baseman. She steps on the bag for the out, and the Westwood Wolverines going to come away with the 6-3 victory over the Hopkinton Hillers. Certainly a tough loss if you're the Hillers, but a well fought out game to say the least. But Westwood getting the win over Hopkinton in this TVL Large matchup by a final score of 6-3. Bridget Mulkeen, your winning pitcher. Charlotte Can, the losing pitcher. And we got to see a nice home run hit earlier by Holly Paharik. Good battle between this young Hillers team and this experienced Westwood team. And I think the Hillers are certainly going to be an exciting team to watch this season.
Hillers softball falls short to the Westwood Wolverines. Westwood gets the win 6-3.
Rescheduling and stuff, it must have been pretty crazy for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was busy. It was. Winter, again, presents certain challenges because most of our contests are not at our facilities. We were very fortunate that we didn't lose any track meets because that would have been really difficult. Reggie Lewis Center was very tight on times, as was Wheaton College. So thankfully, we did not lose any track meets because we may have lost them. We may not have been able to reschedule them. But with ice hockey and swimming and some of our events that are off-site, it does present challenges because you're bound by the facility. But again, thankfully, everyone was able to accommodate us. We were able to get everything in and complete our seasons, which I think is really impressive.
I have to congratulate you for successfully getting everything in. I know it wasn't easy. This past winter, the Hiller girls basketball team had a nice little playoff run. They almost took down Chelmsford, and we weren't at that game, but I was watching their broadcast of it, and I believe you were. Mm-hmm. And it seems like the atmosphere there was absolutely crazy, and what ended just on the short side for the Hillers, but what a game it was, what an ending. It must have been nice for some of these postseason games to, first off, have no masks, but a full slate of fans and the atmosphere that we're used to in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was really exciting. I mean, we saw a bit of that this fall, obviously, with our volleyball team, despite having to wear masks through that playoff run. But it was a great atmosphere up in Chelmsford. I was really impressed by how many of our students made the trip up to Chelmsford. Chelmsford had a great student section. They really did. It was packed. It was a great atmosphere. It was a great game. it's so many great moments. I mean, Kiki Fossbender hit a half quarter to end the first half. I mean, and then the way they won, you got to hand it to Chelmsford. They hit the big shot with 2.5 seconds left, and obviously that was devastating for our girls. But what an unbelievable game they played. Seriously, from the very beginning to the very end, it was a lot of excitement to watch. Just devastating to see how it ended, and certainly for our senior girls. But they played their hearts out. It was really fun to watch.
They certainly did. And they overcame a lot of adversity as the season went on, between starting late because of COVID and having numerous games moved. And to make a postseason run like that, I think it's pretty impressive.
And I think they're a great example of that, Tom. They were shut down for quite some time. They didn't play their first game until after January. So they played 20 games, in a very condensed period of time. And then even within that time, they had other games moved due to weather. Some of our opponents who ran into some COVID issues as well. So there were some stretches there where they were playing 4 games a week. They had some injuries on their team that they had to navigate throughout the season as well, including one of our senior captains who battled a shoulder injury all year long. So, I mean, that team really did battle through a lot of adversity, and to see how they performed against the number 8 seed in that tournament was really, really cool.
Absolutely. They're certainly fun to watch throughout the winter. So we have spring season coming up. It's already pretty much started. The practices and tryouts are going on right now. How's everything coming together for the spring season? All the fields ready to go? I know it must have been a little difficult prepping some of the grass fields with this weather that we've had recently.
Yeah. So, in some senses, I can't remember, to be honest with you, the last time, I used to coach in the spring season too before I became an athletic director. And I can't remember the last time we were outside on the first day of the spring season, not including last year, since that was in April. But to be outside on the fields in the third week in March was pretty nice, to have some nice weather. Of course, then it rained towards the end of the week, and now we're freezing out there, which is just, that's just par for the course right now. But the teams are off to great starts. Some are just wrapping up their tryouts. We have a few scrimmages this week to get the teams ready, and then towards the end of the week, we actually start with games. Our girls lacrosse team opens on Thursday. Our boys lacrosse team opens on Friday. And then next week, we really get into the full swing of games.